Hey there, this is Eli Delaney with MyBusinessMarketingMentor.com and MarketingMentorTraining.com, and I've got another training video for you. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to get more customers to buy more of your stuff. Now, it doesn't matter if you own a coffee shop or run a shoe store. Your customers are the lifeblood of your business. And the problem is that most businesses are focused on getting new customers and getting more people in the door, and not enough on how they can get existing customers to keep coming back. Now, this is one of the biggest things I really see. So my question is, what do you do to get your existing customers to become raving fans and buy more stuff? It's actually pretty easy. Give them a reason to come back. How often do you follow up with your customers? So once the sale is done, what's next? You should be asking yourself this, because if you're not asking yourself this and you don't have a system in place in order to get your existing customers to come back, then you're just letting them walk out the door. And one of the things that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that it actually costs 10 times more to get a new customer in the door because of advertising. The advertising and marketing and time that you have to spend in order to get new people to trust you and like you and get you in the door costs you 10 times more than it would just to market to those existing customers and get them to come back again and again, and also to share their experience with other people that they know. So are you following up with those customers that have bought from you before? If not, this is one of the easiest ways to get them to come back and buy more of your products and services. Your follow-up process can be as simple as a postcard once a month, or as elaborate as a phone call, an email campaign, and sending them thank you gifts. So what pieces you add to your campaign will basically depend on your budget, and that's perfectly understandable. You want to start thinking about what kind of budget you can spend on reactivating existing customers, as opposed to what kind of budget you're spending on just getting new people in the door all the time. Now, just keep in mind that it's more important that you have a follow-up system in place than to spend a lot of money on something elaborate. Start with something simple. You can always expand and make it better down the road, but start with the basics. Start with a monthly e-zine or an email newsletter that you can actually send to all of your clients. This will get them to see what's going on. And what you do is you talk about your latest projects, your tips and tricks on how they can use your products better. You can actually use client highlights or client showcases. If you hire somebody new in the business, in your company, you can do a little feature spot on them. And then what you want to do is you want to be sure to add a special of the month or a featured product or service as a promotion along with all this other stuff. This keeps you in the mind of your prospects, and it makes it so they don't forget about that you actually exist. Because you do need to stay in touch with them on a regular basis. And next, what you want to do is determine what the life cycle of your products are. As an example, if you run a carpet cleaning company and people should have their carpets cleaned every 3 months, then put something in place to make sure that you follow up with them about 1 month before their next cleaning is due. So basically in that 2-month period. And this can be as simple as a postcard reminder with a discount coupon on it for their next cleaning. Again, keep it simple. Don't try to overcomplicate this. Just get something basic in place. You can always expand and make it bigger and better down the road. Now, then what you want to do about 2 weeks before their 3-month appointment, if they haven't scheduled their next appointment with you, give them a call and ask them if they received the postcard reminder. Keep it simple again. Tell them that it's just a courtesy call to see when they want to make their next appointment, and then educate them on the value of keeping their carpets in the best shape, how much it's going to save them money in the long run as opposed to having to replace carpets, how it's going to always look better if they have family over, things like that. But the point of the call is to talk about the reminder and to see what you can do to help them out. And don't try to make it a hard sell. Start with the reason of your call being to make sure that they received your postcard. Don't push the sale side of it. And the cool thing about this is it makes it easier to start a conversation and less of a sales call. Keep in mind that it'll make you and anyone making calls more at ease. We know that making sales calls is hard for most people. Unless you're a hardcore salesperson, you really don't like picking up the phone making the sales calls, because a lot of times you get sales calls from other people and they're trying to pressure you to buy their stuff. So you want to make it, doing this to particular format is going to make it a lot easier and a lot more comfortable, because you're not calling to sell them something. You're calling to see if they got the postcard and if they would like to go ahead and schedule their appointment. That's it. You keep it simple. And it really does break the ice, and it's not nearly as difficult to start the conversation, because you're not starting the conversation with a, hey, you ready to buy? You're more focusing on, hey, did you get our postcard? We just wanted to call to give you a reminder and see if you got the postcard and if you're ready to schedule your next appointment. That's it. See how simple that is? It's not a hard sale. And this is a pretty simple system that you can add to any business. It really doesn't matter what type of business it is. And it increases your sales almost immediately just by adding this simple process and making a point to follow up with your existing customers on a regular basis. This is really the goal here. If you keep in front of your customers on a regular basis, they're going to feel more comfortable with you and feel like they didn't just give you their money and you left them high and dry. So hopefully you like this video. If you like this presentation, I'd like to share with you my #1 secret to increasing your sales by 10 to 20% just by asking a simple question. I've got a free video that'll help you learn the process to increase your sales no matter what industry you're in. And you see it every day. I bet you don't even notice it most of the time because it's so common, and it increases a ton of sales for most businesses. And the thing is that a lot of the smaller mom and pop type businesses, they don't even think about adding this in there. So what I'd like you to do is check it out today to increase your sales. Go to mybusinessmarketingmentor.com/claim-free-video. Once again, that is mybusinessmarketingmentor.com/claim-free-video, and get your free video to show you the #1 secret I've got on how you can increase your sales by 10 to 20% by asking one simple question. Thank you again. This is Eli Delaney with mybusinessmarketingmentor.com. Get out there, have fun, and make it an awesome day.